Big matchup, y'all, this Monday. So I think not only we should talk about the topic, but we should also pick our winner for that game. That's a marquee matchup. First time they played each other. Bengals versus the Bills. Who's a better quarterback, y'all? Is it Joe Burrow or is it Josh Allen? There you kick us off.
Mm. Carl, this is for you, my guy.
Oh, it's not.
This is definitely for you. Joe Burrow's better.
Thank you.
I'm not picking Josh Allen. What has Josh Allen showed me, man? He hasn't shown anything yet. Yeah, he's definitely played good, but he's made a lot of mistakes too. He plays a dangerous game of football the way he plays. People talk about how Hurts just got hurt because he running through the middle throwing that shoulder. Look at what Josh Allen was doing. Do they talk about the style of play of Justin Fields saying that it's dangerous. They say that the way Jalen Hurts runs is dangerous. Did they say it about Josh Allen? No. Why? Is it because he's built that way? But it's still dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
He's still. I'm telling you, he gonna take one. He gonna take a hit, and he gonna be done, man. He's gonna be done. I think as an overall quarterback, that just the way that he plays the game, I'm picking Joe Burrow. And for this game, I'm picking the Bengals to win this game.
Okay.
I mean, you already know where I'm going. Josh Allen is not good to me. I mean, he's
Oh,
okay, but it happens. I mean, that's what happens when these guys got to go out and get you a number one receiver. I tell you, anybody that y'all compare Dak to, I gotta base it on that same playing field. They say Josh Allen wasn't playing good till Steph Diggs showed up.
okay.
I mean, there's been moments where you all look at the game and you be like, well, because he has a big arm, everyone's wild by it. The same things I say about when y'all in love with AJ Brown. Don't let the muscles fool you, man. Sometimes you just got to watch some of the plays. Joe Burrow, man, took his team took an injured team to the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow owns one of the best, what do you say, the best athlete or the best quarterback in the NFL. How many times has that best athlete or quarterback beat Joe Burrow in that Bengals team?
Mm-hmm.
0 times. He beat him 3 times in 1 year. I know we have discrepancies with years and guests on this show, but it was literally the same year. Like playoffs again. I mean, before the playoffs, then the playoffs, then they got to the Super Bowl. Then they did it again in the regular season. So it's Joe Burrow, man.
All
I know you're gonna
right.
say Josh Allen.
Yeah, I'm picking Josh Allen. I think y'all giving Joe Burrow too much praise for beating Mahomes. All right. So
Whoa,
yeah, I
that's
think
a
y'all
tough
are.
feat.
I think y'all are. All right. Don't forget. All right. The Chiefs were destroying the Bengals, and then they basically held the Chiefs scoreless in the second half. Basically, I think the Chiefs scored a field goal. That's it. So if the team that Josh Allen played against Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs held the Chiefs scoreless in the second half, he will also get to the next round. But that's not the case with Josh Allen. Josh Allen has, because we're not going to talk about regular season. Josh Allen got that. All right, we want to talk about regular season. Josh Allen has looked better than Joe Burrow in the regular season. But you want to talk about playoffs? Josh Allen has looked even better than Joe Burrow in the playoffs. Don't forget, last year Joe Burrow played against the Raiders. He played pretty good. But against the Titans, defense forced 3 interceptions, and they won by a field goal. All right, so this is not decisive. All right. Also, like I said, AFC Championship, the Chiefs were held to 3 points in the second half. They give Joe Burrow the opportunity to come back. Josh Allen was going throw for throw with Patrick Mahomes last year. If the defense showed up for at least one possession, they would have won that game. But they didn't. Let me tell you Josh Allen numbers in the playoffs, all right? Because y'all underestimate his performances. Josh Allen, all right? And you talking about having the number one receiver. How about having 3 number 1 receivers in your team? All right, ask Joe Burrow that, all right? So look, Josh Allen in the playoffs. Joe Burrow in 4 games, 1,100 yards, 5 TDs, 2 interceptions. Josh Allen in 6 games, 1,700 yards, 14 TDs, 1 interception. All right, Josh Allen is almost flawless in the playoffs. Okay, let's talk about Joe Burrow only went the playoffs 1 year. All right, let's talk about last year only. Josh Allen last year, 77% from the completion percentage, right, in the playoffs last year, averaging 317 yards a game. He threw 9 TDs last year with no interceptions. And you telling me he's the reason why they didn't make it to the Super Bowl last year? No. It was that defense. Joe Burrow actually had a defense last year that showed up throughout the playoffs. Because nobody thinks Tom Brady is better than Patrick Mahomes, but Tom Brady owns Patrick Mahomes. Don't forget that. Tom Brady has never lost to Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. All right, so we're not going. I'm not going to let's sit there and let y'all say because Joe Burrow has beaten Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs and Josh Allen hasn't that he's better than Josh Allen. Nah, Josh Allen's better.
How long has Josh Allen been in the league?
He been in the league. I think he been in the league probably a year or two before him.
Okay, and in that magical game where they went throw for throw, right? What was the end result?
They lost, yeah.
Okay, and then the next week the Chiefs had to play the Bengals, and it almost ended up the same way, right? But
no.
who won? Who won?
No, the Bengals defense showed up. That's what happened.
You know Eli Apple was in that secondary, right?
Yes.
I just want you to know that. You know the Bengals had the worst offensive line that playoff run, right?
Okay.
So Burrow got sacked like almost a record number of times during that.
I'm not going to say that. Did they have the worst offensive line, or did Joe Burrow hold the ball too much? They see you can't give all those sacks to the offensive line. They weren't great, but I'm telling you, Joe Burrow hold the ball a lot. That's why Josh Allen's ability to run the ball is good. He stress plays out like a Patrick Mahomes. All right, so let's not overrate. Don't overrate Josh Allen's offensive line. It ain't the best.
Wait, hold on. But you just said he has 3 number ones. So it's not him holding on to the ball too long. They literally were getting there. You can go back and watch them games. There were times where he literally hiked the ball and the pass rusher was right here when it was time for him to throw it. And he's beat him. And he's gotten to the Super Bowl. See, there's a spectrum that we always do with these quarterbacks. We'll downplay one and then praise the other. You can't say that Josh Allen's been in the league this long. He's been going throw for throw, and he's been doing all this with Patrick Mahomes. However, when it's time for him to actually show up, he can't get it done. Don't blame the defense. Can't blame the defense, because if that's the case, then I can go back to all of the quarterbacks in the NFC East and say the same thing about them. I'm not singling one out. Burrow had to deal with nothing but adversity through that playoff run, and they made it to the Super Bowl. He played the team that just beat the Bills and showed up. I'm just saying.
Tom, listen. The reason why I brought this up because y'all using that for a reason to put Burrow over Josh Allen. You can't do that because Burrow did his part. He scored, right? A field goal, not a touchdown. He scored a field goal. The Chiefs had an opportunity to do the same thing, and the Chiefs didn't do it. Josh Allen scores a touchdown. Chiefs get the ball, score a touchdown. I got one for you. Score a touchdown less than 2 minutes. The Chiefs get the ball with like 20 seconds left. Game over. And they score? Is that on Josh Allen?
Who defense was better last year?
In that playoffs, don't forget, the secondary and the Bills got hurt. So the Bengals. The Bengals. In the playoffs, the Bengals. In the playoffs, because the Bills got hurt that game. They got hurt during the Chiefs game.
Who got hurt?
The secondary. They got players in the secondary that got hurt during the Chiefs game. That's why Patrick Mahomes lightened them up. The Bengals defense played great in that playoff run. They really did.
There's no amount of person on the Bills defense that can. Eli Apple is in that secondary.
Oh my God, they got Amari. They got Bates. Bates is an All-Pro. They got Hutchinson, who's also a All-Pro linebacker. They got players over there. They forced 3 interceptions on the Titans, and won by a field goal.
All right, man. We're gonna see Monday night. That'll be the test.
Okay, and I'm picking the Bills to win that game.
Hey, you got something for this? Because I'm sorry, this Josh Allen love fest is crazy.
Nah, man. I say what I said, and I'm sticking to it. Plain and simple.
If Allen couldn't run, he'll be average. Really? If Patrick Mahomes couldn't run, he'll be average too, I guess, because he runs also. All right, we can't like Josh Allen. I'm not a big Josh Allen fan. I know that. All right, but Josh Allen is no slouch, man. They are number 1 seed in AFC also. I just want to throw that out there. All right, so
big arm. You need to go play baseball.
Yeah, the Bills even. Thank you. In the secondary. See, I like your brother. You like Link? I like Tony.
Hey, Link, we gotta get you on the show, man.
You like Link? I like Tony.
2 starters? That's it?
What are you talking about? Against the Chiefs? Yes.
Eli Apple count for like 3 people. Do you see how Eli Apple gets cooked? And then they had Cheetah Bay-Awuzie on the other side, who's not a slouch, but he's not a lockdown corner. So, I mean, at the end of the day, it's kind of like the playing field is even. And also, wasn't Tyreek Hill on that team last year?
Yes, but did Joe Burrow stop him, or was it the Bengals defense? You keep bringing up the defense. I'm telling you, like
I'm asking.
Josh
I
Allen
ask
did
one
his part.
question. They had a better team last year.
The
Tyreek Hill. Oh my goodness.
The Bengals. You gotta look at it on offense. Who got more weapons on offense? Literally, it's legit. Like the Bills don't have a running game. They are Josh Allen or bust. He has Joe Mixon, who's an All-Pro last year. He has Jamar Chase, who just broke the receiving record last year. He had a better season than Stephon Diggs last year. T. Higgins, Tyler Boyd. They got them all. Gabriel Davis. That game against the Chiefs, that was his breakout game for real. Before that game, nobody was even talking about Gabriel Davis.
Hey Joe, I asked you about their common opponent, and you started comparing the offense.
My bad. What kind?
I said,
you talking about the Chiefs, right?
Yes.
I'm telling you, man, that had nothing to do with Josh Allen. He did his part.
That's
why
he changed the rules. Year, it doesn't. You telling me last year the Bengals defense was better than the Bills defense?
No, the Bills had good defense throughout the whole year, but then when that Chiefs game, they had injuries in that game, and they killed them in the fourth quarter. Right. It really did. I'm sorry.
Hey, man.
Don't forget, the Bills they didn't even punt against the Pittsburgh Steelers. They routed the Pittsburgh Steelers, and they routed the Chiefs too. But the Chiefs' offense couldn't get stopped. Had nothing to do with Josh Allen. Nothing to do with Josh Allen.
Okay.
So
I mean, we're gonna see Monday night, man.
Monday night. All right, we gotta talk about this Monday evening. All right.
Hey, did y'all even pick the game? I picked the game. I didn't hear y'all.
I picked the Bills. I got the Bills.
I picked the Bengals. I said that 2 weeks ago. You know
Bills. I'm going with the Bills.
And the fact that you even argued all of this, why are they 4-5? Your top 5 average don't even match your argument.
Yeah, Bills is 4 and Bengals 5.
So the Eagles need to be shifted down. That's what I'm trying to tell you. You had a better argument for the Bills than you would have for the Eagles. You should shift back.
All right, maybe next week. All right, let the Saints. You said the Saints gonna win, right? If the Saints win, you might.
I ain't pick the game.
Okay.
I ain't pick the game, but what happens is gonna happen. I don't know, man. It's the Saints.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all at the next episode.